And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, Jay Pops. Guys, please forgive me. I'm running about 5 minutes behind. But morning. This is an exciting Tuesday, to say the least, in the great city of Houston, Texas. It is beautiful out here. I don't believe we may have that much rain come through, but it is going to be some, guys. But we're inching closer and closer to the college football season. I can't be more excited about what's to come. Just know that, hey guys, we're anxiously waiting a 10-win season for the Texas A&M Aggies. So, what has been going on around the world here, man? What has been going on? Number one, I have some breaking news for you, okay? Number one is Bravion Rogers. The top 40, a top 40 recruit, I believe the top cornerback in the state of Texas. He has now decommitted from Texas A&M. And this comes from after a visit to LSU, I believe. And I believe on the visit, him and Javon Thomas both were up there. But as of right now, Bravion Rogers, he is now decommitted. He has opened back up his recruitment and things of that nature. All I want to say is this here. Good luck to the young man. Texas A&M is here. You know, they'll forever be here until that hole closes up. So this is what I want you guys to know, man. This is what I need you guys to know out there for the ones that love to panic in August. The season haven't even started yet. But you guys love to panic. And this is for every fan around the nation. Not just Texas A&M. Guys, just be patient. Do you guys really think that Texas A&M is going to end up with a top 40 class or end up staying in the top 40 come even early signing period? Even after early signing period and after National Signing Day. We will not sign a number 40 class because I believe as of right now, with the Bravion Rogers decommitment, we're now sitting back at like number 44, I believe. That's fine. Guys, decommitments is going to happen. Now, the thing about it is this year is that it's been a little bit more than what any of us anticipated. But that happens. What I can't understand is this here, though. If guys are going to use the negative recruiting, and I'm talking about at LSU, Alabama, Texas, all of those guys, if you're going to use negative recruiting, especially Alabama, then you're going to have to say the same thing that you're saying to the kids that's committed to Texas A&M. Hell, you aren't going to start over there neither. It's going to be very hard to start there too. Because if Alabama can pull in consecutive number one classes for 7 years in a row, then what's the problem with Texas A&M doing the same thing? See, that's like an issue there. So it's like, well, how can you tell that kid he's not going to start over there? But once again, he's coming to your school that just had the number one class like back-to-back seasons. So that there doesn't make any sense to me. But anywho, we will continue to move along. All I would say to you is this here. It's a couple of guys that are committed that we felt like shouldn't even much be committed at the moment. One of them is Tony Mitchell. All right, and that's the top 20 cornerback that's committed to Alabama right now. Another one is Peyton Bowen. I believe that's the name of Peyton Bowens. He's committed to Notre Dame at the moment. All right, and he's a safety. I believe number 47. You know, top 47 recruit, by the way. Another guy that's committed is Ruben Owens. We don't feel like he should be committed right away. Or at least not to Louisville. You know, so let me get that straight. We don't feel like Ruben Owens should be committed to Louisville. We don't feel like Peyton Bowen should be committed to Notre Dame. We don't feel like Tony Mitchell should be committed to Alabama. Why? Because we believe those kids should be committed to us. That's what we believe. So you know what? We haven't stopped recruiting those guys. So this is why I say stop panicking. You guys are panicking because you see Alabama has the number 2 recruiting class right now. Guys, that's going to happen. I didn't doubt that Alabama was going to be number 2 or maybe number 5 or something by now. I didn't doubt that. Matter of fact, I got Alabama and I had Ohio State, but I got Alabama getting the number 1 recruiting class this year. Now, as of right now, as the rankings sit, number 1 is Notre Dame, in which is still amazing to me. Number 2 is Alabama. Number 3 is Georgia. Number 4 is Number 3 is Ohio State. Number 4 is Georgia. Number 5 is Texas. That's your top 5 right now. I'm the least bit concerned about us being where we're at in recruiting right now. Why? Because, man, we got a long way to go. Visits are still playing for the games, for the game atmosphere, and a lot of that stuff like that, okay? So, please be prepared for another commit to hit. And I'm going to tell you like this, man. Look out for Keelan Jackson from the state of Louisiana. And the reason why I say his name is because as of right now, if we're looking at it correctly, LSU is trying to cherry pick the guys that we have committed at the moment. That's fine, man. LSU is going to do that. LSU has been doing that. All right, but now they have the firepower to say, well, you can definitely come over here and start because most of their team went to the transfer portal. All right, so it is what it is on that. You just have to let that be. LSU is becoming a really, really big rival with Texas A&M. And, hey, man, it just is what it is. They're going to get kids from our state. We're going to get kids from their state, okay? And we want top players from their state, all right? Jacoby Matthews is a very big example of that. Jordan Gilbert, very, very big example of that. And a lot more other guys, all right? So just remember that, man. So, anywho, let's talk about some other things here. We're not going to talk about practice on this episode because I did not see too many clips and I don't want to lie to you on anything, all right? But then again, I will talk about something that happened within practice. So the coaches poll, the latest coaches poll came out on yesterday. And this is the very first coaches poll to be released. And this is most likely the poll that's going to stay out there until ESPN, CBS, and a lot more of those other guys do their poll, and then that's going to vault into the season rankings, and we're going to get started with that. A lot of guys love to say, "Oh man, these preseason rankings, they don't matter." Hey man, it is what it is. All I can say is that it looks good for the teams that are ranked. Okay, it looks good for recruiting purposes. It looks good to build up the momentum of the team. And a lot of stuff like that, man. Now Nick Saban come out and say all the stuff that he wants to say about, man, we don't look into the rankings. They absolutely do look into those rankings. All right, any coach can tell you that they absolutely look at those rankings because they want to see who they're playing. All right, so anywho, number 1 is Alabama, number 2 is Ohio State, number 3 is Georgia, number 4 is Clemson, number 5 Notre Dame, number 6 is Michigan, number 7 is Texas A&M. Number 8 is Utah. Number 9 is Oklahoma. Number 10 is Baylor. Number 11 is Oklahoma State. Number 12 is Oregon. 13, North Carolina State. Number 14 is Michigan State. Number 15 is USC. Number 16 is Pittsburgh. Number 17 is Miami. Number 18 is Texas. Number 19 is Wake Forest. Number 20 is Wisconsin. Number 21 is Kentucky. Number 22 is Cincinnati. Number 23 is Arkansas. Number 24 is Ole Miss. And number 25 is U of H. Do I feel comfortable about where Texas A&M is ranked as of right now? Yes, I honestly do. What I was not hoping is that they would rank us in their top 4. Do not put us up there. Not yet. Top 10? Most definitely. Top 4? No, not at all, man. Do not rank us up that high because every time y'all rank us up that high, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a curse or whatever. We never live up to that rank. Never. It's been very seldomly that we've lived up to that top 5 rank. Do not rank us in that top 5 if we have not done nothing that season prior to that. Okay? That's all that I'm going to say about that. So far as all the other guys that's ranked in the top 4, I have no problem with that. All right, that's your usual suspects of the top 4 rankings. It's always going to be Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, and Clemson. That's just that. I'm totally fine with that, totally used to it. Does Notre Dame need to be ranked at number 5? No, not at all. I would put them at number 6. I would flip-flop them with Michigan. All right, does Utah need to be ranked that high? Yeah, because they were your Pac-12 champs. All right, does Oklahoma need to be ranked that high? Yes, because... man, it's Oklahoma. I'm sorry. Hell, Ali must put Oklahoma in the top 10. Does Baylor need to be ranked that high? You can flip-flop them with Oklahoma. Those are your Big 12 champs, and those are the defending Big 12 champs. Oklahoma State, do they need to be in here? Yes, they do. North Carolina State, I don't know what everybody is believing into the hype with that. I don't see anything in North Carolina State that's scaring anybody. Michigan, do they need to be ranked a little higher? I would have put them in the top 10. Okay. USC, you need to start them at number 25. There's no reason for USC to be ranked at number 15. None. Pittsburgh, ranked a little higher. Yes. Put them in the top 12, I want to say. Does Miami need to be ranked at number 17? No, you need to start them at number 24. No. Let me rephrase that. Start Miami at number 23. USC needs to be put at like number 24, although they went 4-8. Does Texas need to be ranked at number 18? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You have to put them at number 23. Top 25, most definitely because of talent, but you got to put them at number 23. Does Cincinnati need to be ranked higher? Yes, that should have been a top 10 ranked team. Kentucky, totally fine where they're at. Wake Forest, totally fine where they're at. Wisconsin, totally fine with that. Arkansas, top 15-ish. Top 15-ish, I will say that. Ole Miss, man, Ole Miss lost everybody. All right, so that's really all I have for you guys on today. Like I say, this is usually just a 10-minute episode and stuff like that. So please, guys, if you guys don't mind, please hit that subscribe button. Feel free to comment all day long. To Caleb Freeland, yes, as long as we get quality instead of quantity, I'm good. Yes, I'm the same way. All right, so it is what it is on that. Like I say, man, the recruiting trail will be what it is. We just have to go out there and execute. All right, so that's all I have for you guys on today. Love all of you, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Yeah.